No one could get promoted ahead of Tommy. This wasn't an unspoken rule. It was explicitly stated to me by one of the top executives at the company. Did it matter that Tommy was inexperienced, that his performance metrics were mediocre at best, and that he didn't even really know how to do the job? Nope. There are 3 simple reasons why Tommy was promoted multiple times ahead of his coworkers who had more experience, more talents, and more competence. I call these the 3 R's. They are what is going to make or break your next promotion, pay increase, and you getting the recognition you deserve. The first R is ironically one that you are probably slaying, but no one notices. You are exceptional at your job. You're overachieving on every metric that you have. You've taken on extra work and extra hours in order to prove yourself. You've done all the right things and you've made yourself indispensable, which I'm going to come back to that specific point later in this video. I know you're thinking,
exactly, Jennifer. I did exactly what I needed to do to get promoted at work.
Here's the thing about results. Not only do they not speak for themselves, which you already know, but 90% of the ambitious professionals I speak to are creating the wrong results. Let's bring this back to Tommy. Tommy didn't have a lot of results, and as I already alluded to, if you looked at his performance metrics, they were mediocre, and quite honestly, some of them were subpar, while his coworkers were objectively crushing it. He also wasn't bringing forward any ideas or innovations where his coworkers were. In fact, from what I observed, Tommy showed no initiative to be good at his job or positively impact his team. So why did Tommy get promoted while his coworkers were passed over for those same promotions at work? Tommy created the results that mattered to the top executives. Minimal as they were, Tommy focused on creating results for the specific things that the top executives were paying attention to. While his more productive and more experienced coworkers achieved phenomenal results and arguably made a much bigger impact, that impact was essentially invisible to the executives. Impact is like a tree falling in the woods. If no one's around to notice it, it still happened, but no one cares. How Tommy's results were perceived was also heavily influenced by the second R. Yet it's something that so many high-performing professionals underestimate and completely overlook. Some have even told me it's a waste of time. The thing that Tommy absolutely nailed, which guaranteed he would get the promotions at work his coworkers deserved, the executives loved him. Tommy knew the secret triggers that can get someone to advocate for you, and he used them to his advantage. Do you want to know the secret triggers? Get your notebook ready because you're going to want to write this down. Powerful leaders will go to bat for you when they are personally invested in you, professionally invested in you, or ideally both. In this case, the executives were personally invested in Tommy because of what I call the Chad complex. See, Tommy was a Chad, which meant that the executives who were also Chad saw their younger selves in him, and advancing Tommy's career was an act of self-validation. For the others, Tommy was the guy they wanted to be, or at least wanted to be friends with when they were growing up, which is why they were playing out their trauma imprint and doing anything they could to be Tommy's friend now. Translation, it's easy for people like Tommy to build those relationships in companies full of Chads and Chad wannabes. But what about us non-Chads? While we lack the easy in that Chads have, we can still build relationships with powerful and influential leaders that make them personally invested in us. Find common ground to bond on, whether it's a shared interest in running or you're both late to the party binge watching Succession. If you think back to the first R, you could probably already guess how the executives were professionally invested in Tommy. He was making a strategic impact that they noticed, and it gave them something to brag about that made them look good. You can do this too, my bestie. Ask yourself, what can I do that will make my boss and their boss look good? Don't concern yourself at this point with getting credit because a rising tide lifts all boats. I'll admit, this can be challenging when you are the one reaching out and trying to cultivate a relationship with leaders and executives. But it's easy AF to cultivate these relationships when they're coming to you. I know what you're thinking.
What would make a powerful leader come to me and promote me at work?
The reason is something that you probably already have, but it's almost certainly something that you haven't been paying very much attention to, and you certainly have not been intentional about it, even though it'll swing doors open and have doors created just for you. It's also something that Tommy capitalized on. Tommy made himself known as a high potential professional. He was perceived as knowing his job, doing it well, and being the most important player on the team. This perception had no basis on merit. This happened because Tommy carefully curated his professional reputation by presenting himself, his work, and his impact in a very specific way. And the perception was so strong, there was no questioning it. Now imagine what you, a truly talented, high potential person, could do when you have that merited basis to build a phenomenal professional reputation on. The best part about your reputation is it's easy to cultivate. The first step to do this is to identify your unique awesomeness quotient, your UAQ, which I can help you do for free when you download my UAQ Starter Kit. There's one more reason why your inexperienced coworker is getting promoted ahead of you. And if you make this mistake, even if you have the 3 R's all nailed down, you're still gonna get passed over for promotions. Remember what I mentioned about being indispensable earlier? The real problem most of you are probably facing is that you're too good to get promoted. Go and watch this video right now because we need to talk about it.